You do this multiple times a day without thinking about the physics involved. You grab your laptop or smartphone and plug it in. But there is a technical mismatch at this connection. The electricity flowing from that wall socket is alternating current, or AC. However, the processors and memory chips inside your device require a perfectly steady flow of direct current, or DC. Feeding raw AC power directly to a microchip is dangerous. Because AC constantly reverses direction dozens of times every second, it creates a fluctuating voltage that delicate internal components aren't built to withstand, effectively frying the circuitry. To bridge this gap, the charger acts as a real-time translator. It actively transforms the reversing wave from the wall socket into the stable, single-direction current that the circuit board expects. This reveals a massive technical hurdle. Our global infrastructure supplies a type of electricity that the digital world cannot natively use. We define direct current by how it moves through a wire. On a graph, DC appears as a straight, stable horizontal line. The electrons flow continuously in one direction, providing the steady voltage required by high-performance electronics. Early engineers tried using this steady flow to power entire cities, but they hit a wall. When they tried to transmit DC over long distances, the electricity lost significant energy to heat, making the system inefficient and expensive. Thomas Edison was the primary advocate for these early DC grids, believing the steady current was a safer and more practical choice for the average home. Alternating current solved the distance problem. As this graph shows, AC forms an oscillating sine wave, moving electrons forward, then backward. This reversal happens at a frequency called hertz. Your home's current reverses 50 to 60 times per second. This wave is useful because it can be easily scaled to extremely high voltages using transformers. This allows the electricity to travel hundreds of miles over transmission lines with very little power being wasted. Nikola Tesla proved that AC was the superior choice for moving energy across geographical space. His work ultimately led to the adoption of AC as the standard for electrical grids worldwide. AC won the war of currents not because it was inherently better at everything, but because it solved the specific physics problem of moving energy from distant power plants to populated cities. While those high-voltage AC waves are efficient for transmission, they are physically incompatible with digital logic. To accurately read binary signals, the zeros and ones of code, a microprocessor requires a voltage that stays perfectly flat. If the power source is constantly reversing direction, the chip cannot reliably process information. This makes the power supply a necessary piece of modern technology. It acts as the bridge, taking the aggressive AC wave from the grid and taming it into a stable DC line. In a typical phone charger, the internal components step down the incoming 230 volts AC and convert it into a safe, steady 5 or 9 volts of DC. Every digital device you own depends on this invisible conversion. Without this bridge between the grid and the microchip, modern computing could not exist. Engineers today treat AC and DC as complementary tools rather than rivals. Success in modern power design comes from knowing how and when to convert between the two. Solar power installations demonstrate this relationship. The panels natively generate DC power from sunlight, but since our homes run on AC, that power must pass through an inverter before it can be used by household appliances. Electric vehicles use both. They store energy in the battery as DC, but they often use sophisticated AC waveforms to drive the high-torque motors that move the car. This conversion is also the backbone of artificial intelligence. Massive data centers pull gargantuan amounts of AC from the grid, which is then processed into ultra-stable DC to power thousands of high-performance GPUs. We are even seeing new applications for older standards. High-voltage DC transmission lines are now being used to move renewable energy across oceans and entire countries, with lower losses than traditional AC. Our infrastructure functions through this specific division of labor, harnessing the high-speed wave of AC to move energy across the country, while converting it into the stable DC line to power digital logic.